Tim. Tim.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, Tim. It's Figgy Dumptrup here.
Hey, Figgy.
From Benson's TV. I heard that you've just signed a new contract. Tell me a little bit about that and what it means to you as a ginger person.
It means to me as a ginger person, it means to me as a normal person as well. There's no discrepancy between the two. I'm very happy to announce that I've penned a new 2-year contract. There's a slight change in it this year because my actual cricketing playing has become rather erratic over the last year. So I've taken up a joint play and coach role for 2 years. It's a difficult decision because I did for some time contemplate retiring from the game completely. But I've been persuaded otherwise due to me having a certain greatness about me, and that's reflected in the contract that I've signed today, which I think says it all. I mean, you've got to be careful of the small print there. I've read that very carefully. Yeah, and I'm really happy because it extends the good times that I have with Brighton Hove Cricket Club. Obviously here today at our B ground, our reserve ground, where our reserves play. And yeah, they're not doing too bad. Need a little bit of work. But we finished third in the league last year. That'll do us, I think.
So Tim.
Yes.
What exactly does a 2 years as player / coach contract, what does that mean? What does that mean that you're going to have to do for those 2 years?
Well, it's a complicated one, Tim. It is a complicated one because not only do I have to play, I also have to coach as well. And I've heard it said, I think I believe it as well, that I'm probably the best coach in the world right now, and that's at all sports, whether it be cricket, netball, tennis, table tennis, egg throwing, car lifting, truck pulling, midget racing, pig bathing, falling over, rollerblading on hot coals, chasing nugget, running away from nugget, lying under nugget, and tracing nugget. Just put nugget down and put tracing paper over him and trace him. Pin it up on the wall and pretend nugget's there and let him contribute much in the same way as he contributes most of the time anyway. And on this occasion he shuts up and you don't have to have a quiet sort of 5 minutes. So what did we get to? Tracing nugget, pulling stuff, that's one of my favourites. Lying on top of cars is often a good thing to do. Drinking protein shakes, and why not?
Tim?
Yeah.
What are all these things?
What are coaching these?
These are things that
not everyone can do these things, Tim.
Okay. Looking at the playing side of the contract.
Oh, yes.
How do you feel you'll fare next year? We all know that 2009 wasn't the most affluent of run-scoring years for you. But how do you see 2010? It's a new year. It's exciting, isn't it?
Well, I've decided to forget about batting next year because it didn't work particularly well this year and concentrate on being the best fielder in the team. Now, I realise I've got a long way to go. Some people liken me to a giraffe in the field. I need to be more of a smothering kind of fielder, like a polar bear. I can do that. I just need to work on being better and actually paying attention. I think would help a great deal more. So that's the cricketer I'm going to be. As well as, like I say, shouting at all the younger boys. But yeah, and obviously if there's someone who needs to come in lower down the order, get a quick sort of 9-ball 3, and then spend the rest of the afternoon at fine leg, I'm your man. So
And Tim, earlier on at the contract signing display,
Yeah.
I think it was a display.
It was a display.
Of
It was
contract signership.
Yeah, it was an installation.
We also saw that Tim Jarvis, who's a very talented cricketer,
He's
scored
dreamy.
He is dreamy.
Yeah.
He scored an extraordinary amount of runs, and famously was run out on the last game of last year by Patrick Spencer, his
yeah.
so-called captain of Brighton Hove Cricket Club.
So-called.
Anyway, he
Self-proclaimed.
signed a 5-year contract. Have you got that with you? If you could just...
Yeah, absolutely. This is Benson's contract. It stars 5 years playing, and that's the small print there. That's Tim holding a bat. He's got his arms folded with his hair, and Tim's signed it there.
So how do you see his next 5 years at Brighton Hove Cricket Club developing?
Well, Tim's going to get older, like the rest of us, and hopefully a little bit more mature. He averaged just below 40 this year. He would have got more than 40 if Patrick Spencer, the so-called self-proclaimed captain of Brighton Hove, hadn't run him out. Tim can only go downhill as a cricketer, and I think that's something we're all looking forward to over the next 5 years. Tim has no other interests in the club other than turning up on a Saturday. He's not a coach. He doesn't contribute in any other way, and so it's important to have those club men around, because cricket wouldn't survive without him. And I look forward to playing my cricket with Tim next year if I can force my way back into the side. And hopefully Tim can be as fit next year as he was this year, and not turn his ankle over playing netball, being tackled by a fat ginger girl, because that was an unfortunate incident last year, but it did make way for some better players to come into the side, I suppose.
I think you're a bit of an idiot. And now looking at the makeup of the Brighton Hove side, do you see any other long-term contracts being signed this winter?
Well, I think we've got to try and hold on to a few players. The self-proclaimed captain Patrick Spencer had a ridiculously good year. I think taking over 1,000 wickets and scoring over 4,000 runs, which by anybody's standards is all right. And so I think we'd be lucky to hold on to Patrick this year. I imagine someone like the Deccan Chargers or even the West Indies might want to get hold of him. And obviously, our young players, the Luke Wells, the Matt Machins, the Matthew Greens, I think have all been approached by West Germany to play in their cricket team. That's something that they're going to have to make a decision. Do they want to go and play in front of 40,000 people under lights, or do they want to play in front of 85,000 people at the Neville playing field? And I think that's a decision that they'll make wisely, and we want them around. We want them around.
Now, with just 40 seconds left on this memory card, just talk to us about the exciting prospects of Brighton Hove cricket at the new Super Millennium Megadrome, the Neville.
It's exciting this year because we've decided not actually to play on grass. Everything's going to be underwater, and we're using more animals this year. Because obviously when we got animals involved last year, the horrendous consequences with Spider actually placing one of them inside him. And that didn't work. It just didn't work. It's not the way to play cricket. It's not indeed cricket. So stop putting things inside you, Spider!